make the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear yak, yak, yak.
All right, welcome back to the Bubble Report, and welcome to the first true three-sport edition of this thing, where we're going to combine a lot of content into one video. We're going to go through football, we're going to go through hockey week one just finished, and we're going to preview week one of basketball. The NBA is back tonight. I'm super pumped. Also, Andrew Schumacher joins the show in a segment you will not want to miss. He's got his can't lose parlay of the week. So if you'd like to make some free money, stick around to the end of this. But this is going to be the new format moving forward, just going through results, then preview, do an interview, and then we're gone. So as I've said, we're going to try and keep things moving quickly. It's easier said than done, of course. But we'll go get it started with football. Why not? I'll take a breath and we'll get after it. All right, game of the week. We start with the two former Mayo High School soccer players, Gavin Sparks and Ryan Beery, and it is the Mason City Muppets that moved to 5-1. How is a fine Pilsner 3-3, man? Final score here, 190 point something to 164.38, 190.84. And it comes from Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, 40 points even on this week, returning to form in a huge matchup against Ryan Beery. The running backs came through as well, Alex Collins and Damian Williams, a couple of backup guys. Gavin making some good waiver wire moves. He is 5-1 in the Pilsner. They're 3-3 going to take on the Road Fuckers, which is easier said than done, as you will see. Let's see, everything is intra-division this time. The Hams. Kevin Andrews is also 5-1. He's defeated the No-Source Shefters. That final score, 165.62 to 149.8. One thing we're learning about this league quickly, consistency is good, but you have to have guys that go over the top to win. Graham really didn't this week, and Kevin did. He had one guy, and it was Josh Allen, and that is that difference. Kevin's 5-1. Graham is 2-4, going to play Hunter next. Dylan's for real, man. The brain damage is here, and they are ready to take some names. Defeating the Hot Chub Time Machine, 192.7 to 152.68. Dalvin Cook is back, played well, 27 points for him. And Noah Fant, how about 26.7? Stand up, Denver. Everybody did okay for Robert, but besides Mixon, no one really did great. It's the same thing about consistency. It's going to get you 150, but as we're finding out, 150 is just kind of not what you need to succeed. Hard team to gauge, man. Very hard. They go up and down with the weeks. Dylan's 3-3, Robert's 2-4. Let's roll. Failure to launch in Marcy Holmes. My goodness, 120 points for my boys, and we are 3-3. Lucas is 3-3 as well after being left for dead. Herbert, Eckler, Gibson, all busted at the same time. Just terrible. My top scorer is 16.4 points, TJ Hawkinson. At the same time, Lucas' team has three guys that go off for their best totals of the year. Jalen Waddle. He was saying he was going to get to the end zone, and he did. Both teams obviously 3-3. And then lastly, Elliott Newman bounces back after that heartbreaking loss last week to Robert. Beats Hunter and Team 178.96 to 159.84. No Clyde Edwards-Helaire this week, no problem. Kyler Murray, Jonathan Taylor, CeeDee Lamb, 41.1 points, leads all scores this week, carrying the weight for Elliott. Another tough week for Hunter's wide receivers. And Kenyon Drake's resurging with 20-plus points, couldn't do him anything. Elliott Newman, 3-3, Hunter, 2-4. Those are your results. Hi, this is editing Isaac from probably like an hour after I recorded that. I was wondering how I got through all those matchups so fast. And it's because I forgot one, and it's an important one because it's the Schumacher brothers. Andrew and Isaac played, and Andrew did get that win. It was 195.58 to 165.38, 30.2 points, the margin of victory there. Let's put the full screen up here. Leonard Fournette went crazy. I mean, look at everything on Andrew's team. Like, everybody went off besides like Chase Young and Patrick Queen, but those are defensive guys. Like, all of the offensive guys went off besides Kareem Hunt. Rest in peace, that man's ligaments or whatever happened to him. Andrew again did not pick the right quarterback. Mahomes had more, but it wasn't by too much, and he still won by 30. Shu is now 1-5, and that just really sucks. For no small part on the effort of Najee Harris. He's looked really good, 24.7. Sterling Shepard did well. No, Alvin Kamara sucked, but also Kirk Cousins on the bench over Daniel Jones. Like, we had a conversation about that too. It's like, he's just picking the wrong guy every week, not through any fault of his own. It's just like fantasy. Them's the breaks. Okay, let's talk about hockey. How about it? Welcome to the fold, Withers Rink. Let's take a look at the Week 1 hockey results. In the game of the week, Elliot Newman, the only person to reach a 10-category victory. He beats the Rocky Mountain Spires and Sam Shoots 10-2-3 is your final there. We're not going to go into really a whole ton of what the players did because it was a really weird week. Not a lot of players actually playing. We're going to get into the swing of things as the weeks go on. But right now, Elliot Newman 10-2-3. That is pretty damn good for you. My team, not great. Welcome Gavin Sparks, as president of hockey operations for the Novo Kuznets North Stars, but playoff yips gets us 8-4-3 your final there. Lucas and Robert play each other for, I believe, only the second time ever, and they couldn't decide a winner. It ended up being tied 7-7-1 between Sidney Crosby and Erickson's X. Then it's Beer League Bender and Bodies Pucks. Jared Siegel, and also welcome new manager for Beer League Bender, Adam Cohen, is here from the zoo himself. And they beat down Brian Walentanowicz, not by too much, 8-6-1 your final there, but still a good way to start for Beer League Bender. The Russian Olympic Committee, play the damn song. They beat Bubble Hockey Club at the last second, 8-7-0 is your category final there. And then Kevin Andrews gets off to a good start against Andrew Schumacher and the football team. Final score there, the Hosers win 8-5-2. That's really all I got at this point. We'll keep watching hockey and see how it goes. Wild home opener tonight. Let's roll. We're going to leave the games of the week until the end. We are going to start the previews here with Week 7 of the MFL. After this week ends, it'll be halfway through the regular season already. Man, it's flown by. Okay, first matchup. In a battle of 3-3 teams, who would have guessed? The Road Fuckers and a fine Pilsner are here to battle out in a game that both teams kind of have to have. I mean, I can't lie. The buys here, Week 7, are going to be pretty intense for everybody, and for Ryan Beery, definitely no exception. Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, Mike Williams, TJ Watt, and the Steelers defense all on the bench this week. And then for Lucas, it's only Dak Prescott, a big one with Russell Wilson out, so he's got to have to find a quarterback. But then after that, it's only Eric Kendricks. So Lucas, we'll see, he's got an opportunity. Then the Millers going up against the legend of Kyler and Elliott, and this one is massive, massive, massive. Again, both teams at 3-3, and even more people out on both sides in this one. For me, Justin Herbert, bye. Austin Eckler, bye. Daniil Hunter, bye. Derwin James, bye. So two defensive players, but two of these key offensive cogs. That had a bad game last week as well. For the artist formerly known as was now the legend of Kyler, CeeDee Lamb sitting, Dawson Knox sitting, Chase Claypool on the bench, Zach Moss, and the Cowboys D all on the bench for Elliott this week. So I have no idea what's going to happen here. Disciples Time Machine. Both two teams that are on the outside looking into the playoffs right now. And look at how many people are out for Shu. I'm not even going to list them. I'm going to put a screenshot up. It's his entire bench right now. It's incredible how many people are out for him this week. And then for Robert, it's just Jared Cook and Anthony Barr. So again, an opportunity here for Robert Schmidt to get back to 3-4. Shu needs this one really, really bad. All right, everything is still intra-division, so a battle of 2-4 teams now that both of them also need a win here. The Schefters and Team. So what you're looking at for Graham, people that are out, Deontay Johnson, Laviska Chenault, those are the only two that are out for him. And then James Robinson and Marvin Jones for Hunter are the only two out. So both teams relatively at decently full strength, looking pretty solid. And then Muppets Brain Damage. They did not get Game of the Week, but this is still a damn good game to watch. 5-1 versus 3-3. And it's going to be, who's out? Keenan. I have Allen written down, but it's just Keenan Allen for the Mason City Muppets. And then over for Brain Damage and Dylan Hilliker, it's Dalvin Cook is out, so he doesn't have the two-headed running back monster again. But then Micah Parsons and Trevon Diggs, the one who has just been going crazy for the Cowboys. Both those guys on a bye. So two defensive players and a main running back for Dylan. We will see what happens there. It looks like Gavin might have a small advantage going in just off the buys, but we're going to have to see. Dylan has been red hot the past few weeks here. Okay, let's move on. I got my music in here. Let's move over to Withers Rink Rats. Let's go talk about some hockey. Let's go do it, shall we? Okay, Week 2 is an interleague week. Unlike the other two leagues that have a very set, like you play in your division, out of your division, and then back in your division, this one is just random all over the place. So, this week is interleague play. We have the Olympic Committee going up against the North Stars now with new manager Gavin Sparks. Elliot Newman takes on Kevin Andrews. The Oslo Airbenders and the Hermantown Hosers square off. Then it's Robert Schmidt against Andrew Schumacher, Sidney Crosby, and the football team. Let's see. Oh, a big one. Sam Schutz and the Spires taking on Jack Ryan and the Barn Division leading playoff Yips. And then Beer League Bender with Jared Siegel and Adam Cullen taking on Lucas Jades and Erickson's X. That's week 2, and we'll talk about the games of the week in a second. They will all get a little bit of extra love. But now, it is my absolute pleasure and honor to bring to you the preview for week 1 of season 2 of the Swag House Bubble Fantasy Basketball League. Oh my God, it felt like it's been forever. Let's get into it. The season starts tonight. So it's all rivalry weeks. So it's actually the same week 1 as last year, if you remember who you play, but I'll tell you anyway. So, in what I'm calling, I've heard these two are golfers. I haven't had the privilege to golf with either of these guys, but it's the rivalry. I want to give it a name, so I'll do it. The Breakfast Ball Bowl. It's number 7 in the vaunted history of Jack Dankert and Hunter Lewis. Briar Flanders is here as the new GM of the Minneapolis Riots with Jack Dankert, and a team has no name, Hunter Lewis, looking for a better season than the 6-10 campaign he put together last year. The Riots were 2-14, but here we go. Season's starting, man. I'm pumped. In Tom Bowl 9, with the series tied at 4 games apiece, the Grand Meadow Golden Geese opened their season against Lucas James and Robert Schmidt, the freak on the sheets, the artist formerly known as a host of fast food meals. In Joe Bowl 7, it's a battle of the Ciolas, Alex and Tony going at it. The Alex Ciola, just named his team Alex Ciola, and then the Boston Fat Old Men, Tony, will go at it and try and get his older brother. In Cinderella Bowl 5, a rematch of the semifinal from last year when Elliot Newman and the Norway Neck Boys got a big victory to go and play the Destroyers. They will match up against the Mason City Muppets. Gavin Sparks is back and looking for blood in year 2 of the Swag House Bubble. So we'll see who gets off to a better start. And then in the battle to see who gets to put the I Can't Help But Change CD above their door in this very house, the Estonia Bowl 4 between Dylan and Kevin, the Stephen A. Smith Fighting Kwames, and the Hermantown Heroes, now with Tyler Hero, are back. Okay, let's go talk about some games this week, shall we? Let's do it. Now it's time to take a look at the games of the week, and we'll start in football because we do have a special guest that has brought me the sponsor of today's video, 2 things. Caribou Coffee's Mahogany Blend, and it looks like the Rochester Post Bulletin. Mr. Andrews, please. Kevin Andrews is part of the game of the week here, and it's going to be against the Washington football team. Kevin, you're 2 games clear of the Metro Pack at 5-1. Everyone else is 3-3, but now you got a 4-2 football team staring at you. No Josh Allen this week. He's on bye, so, I mean, tough test. You got your eyes on any quarterbacks right now, and how do you feel?
I feel very concerned being reminded that I have no Josh Allen this week. He was my saving grace this past game. I will just look and see who is the best on the waiver wire.
Yeah, we're going to have to battle because I need a quarterback this week too. So
I've got the money. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, we going to see. We going to see. Okay. So Kevin's 5-1, Andrew's 4-2. Obviously, that is a matchup that we're going to have to watch very, very closely. Over in hockey, the game of the week for Withers Rink Rats is a battle that I have waited to see for a long time. I haven't seen it in a few years. Brian Walentenowitz and Isaac Schumacher are going at it like it's 2017 once again. Bodies Pucks versus the Bubble Hockey Club is here, and you absolutely love to see it. I'm calling it the 35-44 Classic, which could also be me and Brian because we lived together for a hot 2 semesters, and it was great. And then in basketball, the reigning champion against possibly the preseason champion of year 2, Andrew Schumacher gets 2 games of the week. It's going to be Destroyers football team in Mike Bowl 9, which you'll love to see. You'll love to see. We're getting up there in the numbers with the bowls, so that's great. Week 1, obviously, a lot of question marks to be known. Yeah, we'll get answers as we go along. So that's the preview. That's the results done. So, wow, hopefully that was snappy. Please stick around for the full interview with Andrew Schumacher. I'm not going to send you off afterwards. I'm going to send you off right now. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Be sure to stay tuned for Andrew's Can't Lose Parlays of the week and some very good content. We'll be back next week, hopefully even tighter and hopefully with some even cooler stuff. So thank you for being a part of this. Cheers. And as always, set your lineups.
I respect the Schefters.
So do I.
We are here in the hot seat. We had Isaac Schumacher last weekend, and now one of only 4 people in this league to actually in the federation to be in all 4 leagues. You have a Washington football team as an opponent. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Andrew Schumacher of the Washington football team times 4 in the hot seat with us this evening. Andrew, how are you doing? How's the collarbone holding up?
It's doing good over here. James, thanks for having me. I'm
Mhm.
honored. Hopefully we can start this as a tradition.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Collarbone's
obviously.
good. Collarbone's good. We're feeling good over here in the Washington football team. You know, on the football side, we're still figuring out the quarterback situation, but
Yeah.
I just want it known. Just put this out there to start. I'm keeping both my guys forever. For the eternity of Tom Brady, he will be a Washington football team member.
All right. They're not on the trade block. They're not on the trade block whatsoever. Wow. Dynamic.
From right now, but he'll figure it out.
Okay. Dynamic duo over there in Washington. My God.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are, of course, one of only 4. It's me and my brother, and it's you and your brother that are in all 4 leagues. And you, of course, are the only one to have named your team the Washington football team for each one. So I really want to know, what do you see in the football team? What is the Washington football team mentality? What makes a good member of the football team?
If we're going off just one word, it's grit. But if we're going behind the name of the team, I just think they just put it out there. It's so simple, and we can just put it on a team name. Why not put it on my name?
Exactly.
The R words were also an option, but I think what's best for our dynasty of leagues is to go with the football team.
Hey, smart man. See, this is why they pay you the big bucks. All right. So as someone who has you run the full gamut, you have a little bit of everything, and we're in a crazy time. Basketball starting when this video comes out. Basketball starting tonight. We're recording this the day before. This is Monday. We're halfway through football. Basketball's about to start. Hockey's a week in. And baseball, long gone. We'll talk about that in April. But which Washington football team has you the most hyped right now?
I was thinking about this on the way home, and although I'm pumped for basketball, I believe I have one of the best teams in the league in that respective league. But
You watched the preview? I know you watched the preview.
Fantasy football, Washington football teams of the MFL, I am most excited about. I think I have a roster that's filled with unreal talent and great value too. I think that team is the best in that respected league.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you put them at number 1 in the power rankings?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you might move to 5-1. So backing it up. We need to see football team up. That's going to be big time.
I am. This week, I wasn't so worried playing Isaac. I do respect Kevin, but in my mind, he is a rookie. So I am a little more worried about this week, but I think I'll take care of the rookie.
Okay.
This coming week.
Yeah,
5-2 after that one.
You're in 2 games of the week this week. I mean, it's incredible. I think it's the first time it's ever happened. You have football team hams at 2 people near the tops of the division. And then, of course, the Schumacher rematch. That is Mike Bowl 9. Incredible between you and your brother, Destroyers football team. That's going to be massive. So I guess going across the leagues, you think you have a couple of good teams. I think so too. Like we go through all the stats, we crunch all the numbers here at the Bubble Report, and we know that the football team is consistently good, one of the best brands in the federation. But which teams do you see as the biggest roadblocks to uniting all the titles under one man?
Right now, I am a little, again, thinking about this on my way home, little nervous about hockey, but same scoring style as baseball. I think that'll help me out a little bit. I am, because I think these 2 leagues, the basketball and football, are going to take up a lot of my time. Yeah, that's why I'm happy I have my co-owner, Alciol, helping me out with the hockey team, and hopefully we'll keep that under wraps long enough to stay in the hunt.
Yeah, that's big news. Hey, there's 4 playoff spots over there in that division, and it's going to be a long season. That's 22 weeks, man. That's like half the year just going through the regular.
Little banged up, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Love that picture of you from senior year hockey, by the way. It's hilarious.
Yes.
What was your save percentage?
Well, if we're going off one, I faced 80 shots one game once. Gave
Jeez.
11 goals. So whatever that is, I'd say was my.
All right. That's a solid
game, but otherwise it wasn't very pretty.
It's a solid like high 8s. I mean that can get you somewhere.
Give me 4 years before that, I think I could have been starting goalie on our hockey team.
Oh, facts. That's a big facts. Okay. That was kind of some rapid fire questions, but I know, and what we're going to probably do on a pretty regular basis here, Andrew, we know you, everyone knows you. One of the first times you came over to our Rochester house, really, you're the betting expert. I remember you watching the Minnesota Wild live betting it and hitting it as it happened. So as the resident expert, the betting correspondent for the Bubble Report, I know you have some locks in fantasy and in the leagues themselves. So what's my can't lose parlay for the week, Andrew?
We'll start off in the real NFL.
Yeah,
of course. You got. Just let me pull this matchup up again. All right. So New England, we're gonna start there. Obviously, a lock against the Jets. We'll just rapid fire off these.
Yeah.
Arizona, I just think they're best team in the league. I mean, obviously undefeated. Playing Houston, another weak team against a big team.
Easy. That's an Elliott goal right there. His 2 bandwagon teams, Cardinals, Texans. Oh, damn.
Pick your side. I'm going with Arizona. And then right now, I just think all the hype about Chicago. I don't think they're going to score any points against Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay takes care of them easy. In Tampa, Brady just kills everyone. And then the lock of the week, lock of the century, Stafford against his former Lions. That's another game I don't think anyone in the NFC North will score in. Shut the Bears and the Lions out this weekend. That's what I'm going for.
Wow.
I think that's my can't lose parlay in the NFL.
Okay.
But if we fantasy side, here's where things are gonna get
a little dicey.
Yeah. People might not like this, but these have some spreads with them.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Obviously, I'm going to start off with myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a week I can easily, take off 10 points. I think I'll score at least 170 this week. Kareem Hunt's out. Obviously, I'm going to have to throw someone in, Sony Michel, but Kevin, I don't think you have a shot. I think this week, said and done with, take me, but end the points by 25.
Okay. All right. You take the over on 170 for the football team?
Yes. Oh, nail that. Throw that there too. Yeah, for sure. All right. Next game, St. Thomas Disciples. I think they are hungry. They need a win, especially coming off just getting burnt by me.
Yeah.
I mean, Isaac's definitely going to throw in Kirk Cousins instead of Daniel Jones after that letdown. Actually, never mind. He can't. Scratch that. Hot tub time machine by 1,000.
Wow.
Isaac's done for.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Daniel Jones might have -4 points this week. I don't know. He's against Carolina. I think they're going to be hungry against him. It's over with. I'm going to skip over the Muppet side.
All right. Nothing good to say about him?
I don't like throwing them in with this money. But then I'm going to go over to my guy. Where is my guy? All right. End this parlay off with, I like fine Pilsner.
Okay.
Taylor Heineke, team that has grit. That's what I like here at Washington Football Team. Just take them the money line. Spread on that by 60 probably against the Cookers. I think it's going to be pumped off a win, and it's going to be a letdown game.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I'll tell you here at Miller's HQ, we kind of look past our opponent against a big matchup against the Twismas week 7. So we got to deal with that internally and come back better next week. So credit the road fuckers, but yeah, it's going to be tough sledding for him going from the Millers to the Pilsner, even though I was a fucking doormat this past week.
that was a letdown spot against the fuckers. It's like Iowa against Purdue right there.
Oh, it was
That's
bad. It was really, really bad. Oh God.
For the games we missed, I'm taking. Yeah, I got to take you. Oh, Justin Herbert's out for you.
And Eckler.
Jeez, man, you might be a dog this week. I'll take you as a dog.
Hey,
Plus 20.
Hey, I love it. I love the confidence.
Nice. Oh yeah. Want to roll the basketball?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see it. Week 1, big week. It's a rivalry week too. Brothers playing brothers. Dystonia action. Like, we got a semifinal rematch. Big week 1 in basketball.
Say this: I'm not too nervous about anything that happens early. So when it comes to the bubble, all the shit talking will be done at the beginning of the season. As we roll on and gain more momentum, you will see full Washington football team experience come out in this league.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's all the shit talking and energy is going to be put into MFL.
Love it.
Until we get a little more moving.
Okay. Well, we'll bring the power rankings out. We'll bust them out after the first round of divisional action. We'll get 5 games in, and then I'll make sure to bring you back on and get some long range parlays to put like $10 on over 10 wins for the Golden Geese, right? I mean, I'd take the under on that big time, but we'll see.
Let's go.
All right. Andrew, one last rapid fire one before we go. Can you guarantee another Spam Town championship this year? You're 1 for 1 in predicting conferences.
I think in the football league, MFL, Spam Town champion. Put it down, mark it down, put 50 on that right now. I think we're even favored sure right now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, a great performance week 6. Huge.
very much. I'll call up hands, but I don't know. Kind of fraudulent behavior to me.
Wow. My guy said fraudulent. My guy's calling the Hams frauds. What are you drinking? What cheap beer are you drinking?
Eventually, maybe we can get him on and we can square off face to face.
Yeah, we'll do like a round table. We'll do some first take action. Okay. Well, Andrew Schumacher, I trust you with my sports money more than anybody else. So I appreciate your time. Hope the collarbone heals nicely. And I mean, football team all over the place, man. Can you tell me about Jackson Mahomes, actually? Like what led to that situation over there in your stadium?
I'm not affiliated with Jackson Mahomes. I've told Patrick this many times, and we don't talk about him at all.
Okay.
Dan.
He's nothing.
He named. Leave that out. Leave the whatever I just said out.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, Andrew Schumacher, very much appreciate the time, and we will be following you closely. We'll have you back again soon. All right?
Good.
All right.